starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh shit. What did I say? Okay. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Drop Zone Podcast on this special New Year's Eve edition with your boys Anthony Young and Jeff Walsh. How you doing today, bud?
Pretty good. Happy New Year to you.
Same to you, buddy.
Well, I mean, it's not New Year's yet, but
It's
you
New
know it.
Year's Eve, close enough.
Yeah, yeah. How was your Christmas? Mine was all right. To spend time with family.
Yeah,
With my mom and sister.
mine was pretty decent. I mean, we basically did the Christmas just for the kids. Um,
Mm.
they had a blast. They all got some great gifts, although some of them was kind of repeated.
Whoops.
It happens.
mm. They're kids.
But yeah, as long as they was happy, that's all that mattered.
Yeah, that's all that matters on Christmas is if the kids are happy.
Yep. So what we got going for today?
Well, I mean, we missed last week, so we're not going to talk much about last week. I was going to talk about DK last week, but we'll probably talk about him later because my Steelers like to disappoint me every Sunday. Um,
They didn't disappoint you the week before.
well, well, I mean, I'm shocked that we beat the Lions, but if DK didn't
Which
do what
I'm
he
kind of
did,
mad about because I even said that might was going to happen, and I for some reason did not pick the Steelers that week.
yeah, I didn't think it was gonna happen, and a lot of people were telling me, I told you, I told you. I'm like, I don't care if you told me or not. I didn't believe it. Um, yeah, we just got week 17, all the kind of interesting games that happened. Then we're going to talk about our pick'ems, and then we're going to preview week 18 of the NFL season, which is going to be a crazy week. A lot of standings still to be sorted out in the last week of the season, like always. So that's what we got.
Oh, before we get started, I don't know if you actually have them down for your dummy of the week. Do we have a dummy of the week?
No, I didn't have a dummy of the week, uh, but I think I know who you're talking about. I think you don't even need to say anything. I think I know where you're going with it.
The one player I said could derail New England's championship run sticks his head up.
Yep, Stephon Diggs.
Oh Lord. But yeah, what's first?
We got Lions and Vikings that happened on Christmas.
Okay.
Lions officially have been eliminated from playoff contention. They were still in it, and now they lost to the Vikings and Max Brosmer, who had a total net passing yards of 3 yards because he got sacked for for 48 yards, and he still beat them. Uh, this is a very ugly game. Jared Goff went 18 for 29, 197, touchdown, interception. He had 3 fumbles. Uh, Gibbs had a fumble himself. Amon-Ra St. Brown had eight receptions for 68 yards. Addison had a rushing touchdown for the Vikings, and Aaron Jones had a rushing touchdown for the Vikings. This is just a very ugly game. It was just so sloppy from start to finish. Jared Goff has one or two games throughout the season, every season, where he looks like this, and it was at the worst time for them. Really needed him to step up and really just win this game for them to keep him in the playoff hunt, and he was able to do that. I understand that the offensive line is really, really banged up, but Jared Goff is not really the most mobile uh, quarterback, so he's pretty much a standstill target for for any defense. So, um, again, Lions very disappointing this season. I think a lot of people had them going to the Super Bowl or at least making it deep in the playoffs, but now they are not even going to make it in the playoff hunt. So tough season for the Lions and the Vikings. Finally turned around, but too late at this point.
Yeah. Excuse me. I'm still getting over having a head cold and chest cold. Great
Mhm.
combination. Um. Yeah. To me, it felt like the after the Pittsburgh game, the Lions kind of was at the point where it was almost like, you know, they gave up, but they didn't want to show that they gave up. If you understand what I'm saying.
Mhm.
So, yeah, it's just like you said, Jared Goff isn't the most mobile of all people, which is hard thing to deal with. The team itself, that I mean, that secondary was is so depleted, in the fact that they still managed to basically come down all the way to the end. Just says a lot for Dan Campbell and the mentality of the team, as well as the culture of the team. And we're starting to see that same mentality and culture in the Chicago Bears as well.
Yeah, it's a lot to say on Dan Campbell and the mentality of just never stop uh, trying and just don't give up. Um, because you you just it was like a next man up mentality, and every player that got an opportunity really was able to do the most that they could um, with the opportunity that they were allowed to have. Um, Next, we're gonna go with the Texans and the Chargers. Your boy C.J. Stroud. Uh, and the Texans, they just keep on winning here, man. They're a force to be reckoned with in the AFC. They start off slow, but they are really, really coming along. He went 16 for 28, 244, two touchdowns, two receptions. Woody Marks had 71 rushing yards. Jaden Higgins caught a receiving touchdown, 98 yards. Nico Collins, two receptions for 57 yards, and Jalen Noel had two receptions for 54 yards, a touchdown. Texans offense, very just kind of mediocre, but their defense is really what's carrying them right now. Holding this high-powered offense of the Chargers to 16 points. Um, I mean, they're doing this to every team, not just the Chargers. They are really holding down everything they go against, and to me, their defense can just carry them all the way to the like. I don't even. They could. I think they could stop any team in the NFL right now. That's how good this defense is playing. They're flying around all over the field. Um, I mean, and this is just another example. I mean, a great Chargers team who coming in had a lot of momentum. Herbert was playing well, and they shut it down. And they said, you know what, we're not going to allow it to happen. They didn't let Martin Hampton get going too much. Uh, this was a really good game from start to finish. It was a very entertaining game to watch. I don't know what your thoughts on this are, but again, I really think this Texans defense can take them all the way if they really needed to. And like CJ, if he just plays good football and taking care of it, I think that they'll be all right. I don't think he'll really have too much of an issue because his defense has his back.
Well, we knew I've been high on the Texans since 2 seasons ago when CJ
Mm-hmm.
Stroud was a rookie. Yeah, well, I was a little concerned at the beginning of the season because they did start out very slow. I think they started out, what was it, 1-4 or 2-3 to start the season out, and then it, their defense just took over games, and the offense slowly, as usual, slowly came around. But yeah, this is a team, and I said it during the preseason. You know that if this offense could stay consistent and healthy with that defense, no team is going to want to see that team. I mean, I know everybody talks about Denver's defense, which is the number one ranking defense in the league, and Houston is number two, I believe, unless that change or throughout the week. But yeah, Houston's defense is there's not a hole in anywhere in their defense compared to if you compare it to Denver's. I mean, Denver's is a stout defense, but I have questions about a couple of their secondary corners outside of Patrick Sertain. I mean, Denver's corners aren't better than Houston's. So as long as CJ Stroud in the offense doesn't make any mistakes, doesn't turn the ball over, I see them actually possibly going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of people like what they're saying. They started 0-3. They beat the Titans. They beat the Ravens. So they started two and 2-3. Yeah, so they didn't start off well like at all, and they're just on a huge winning streak, a lot of momentum going. Uh, it's a big credit to their head coach, um, D'Amico Ryans, just having them ready to play each and every week. Like that defense is just again, like I said, just fucking flying around all over the field. They can get to the QB. Their linebackers are amazing, and then their secondary is one of the best in the league. So this Texans team, you know, uh, I I I wouldn't be shocked if they make it out of the AFC because the AFC to me right now is wide open, and any team that's in the playoffs can make it, which is very very rare. Like any team, like there's no team that is really sticking their nose out as the favorite in the AFC. Uh, you know, like it could be any team this year. And now to the Ravens and Packers game. Derrick Henry went ballistic. I think the Ravens finally remembered that they have Derrick Henry on their team. He had a career
Well,
high 36 carries for 216 yards and 4 touchdowns. Um, this was the battle of the backup quarterbacks in Tyler Huntley and Malik Willis. Malik Willis, I think, looked better than what Jordan Love probably could have done out there. People aren't ready to hear that. People are not ready to hear that. They don't want to hear it at all. But I think he didn't put the ball in any danger. He only threw 3 incompletions. He had 288 passing yards and a touchdown, and he had 2 rushing touchdowns. He had 3 total touchdowns. This one stung to see that the Ravens won. I really needed the Packers to beat them. Because I had no faith in us being the Browns, and I was right about that one.
Yeah, that was a shocker. We'll talk about that later.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yes, the Ravens, again, I really need them to lose, but they beat the Packers. Packers defense is just derailed with injuries right now. Micah, I think Wyatt, their inside lineman, is also down. I think as soon as Micah Parsons went down, I think they kind of knew their season was kind of in the shit. I mean, they're still pretty much going to make the playoffs somehow. I think they're going to get the 7th seed. Which is so kind of crazy. I mean, I don't think it matters what seed they get. I don't think they're going far because I don't really trust Jordan Love in the playoffs in a high pressure situation, and especially without, no, excuse me, without a stout defense to help him if he does make a mistake. Yeah, and again, now Ravens are playing to play for the AFC North title this upcoming week against the Steelers on Sunday Night Football. Again, Packers, Malik Willis, I think he looked really, really good. Again, they're obviously going to keep out with Jordan, or just they're going to keep starting Jordan Love anyway. But you know, well, I would think a lot of questions need to be asked about Jordan Love and if we should and if they should start him all the time because Willis looked really good in the absence of Jordan Love.
This one was kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even watch this game at all. For the simple fact is, I knew Lamar Jackson was gonna be out. There's no Jordan Love. Micah Parsons out. Um, so I knew this game wasn't going to be as thrilling as it was, basically made out to be. Um, it's not the fact that the Ravens remember they had Derrick Henry. I think the problem came down to was with Derrick Henry, with the fumble issue he had this year, which is very rare and shocking to all of us. I think it came down to the point where the Ravens literally had no choice. They had no choice but to run Derrick Henry and let him loose. It was good to see him get loose and stuff, but yeah, that was kind of a lackluster game, so I really didn't have any interest in it. Just for the simple fact there was a lot of key players that was out for this game, and yeah, it's just you got two teams that's basically hanging on, trying to get into the playoffs. You're probably right. The Packers are probably going to end up being the 7th seed. Um, I'm hoping your Steelers win next week. That way, the Ravens. I mean, that's basically would be the back doorway for the Ravens to get in. Is if your Steelers collapse next week. So we're hoping that doesn't happen.
Which we very well might, but again, we will talk about them soon. Next we got the Jags and the Colts. Jags, I mean, to me, might be the most surprising team in the NFL. I did not see Trevor Lawrence and this team taking the step that they have taken this year.
You and me both.
Oh my goodness, he is playing at an incredible, incredible level. 23 for 37, 263. And he had 2 rushing touchdowns. Parker Washington was their leading receiver with 8 receptions for 115 yards. Liam Cohen, their head coach, or their new head coach this year, has done an incredible job with this team. He should be one of the leading candidates for the coach of the year because the job that he's doing there in Jacksonville, I didn't have any expectations for them this year. For them to be fucking, I don't know, I think 12-4 right now is actually really remarkable, and it shows that getting a new head coach that knows what he's doing, what he's got in locker room, and really motivating everybody to play to their full potential. It means a lot. The Colts, Philip Rivers, 17 for 30, 147, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Jonathan Taylor, he had a rushing touchdown. Game was closer than it really probably should have been. Rivers, he had a chance to win the game. He threw a game-losing interception. That's a little funny. I know that I have a coworker that he does not like Rivers at all, really, because people try and put him above Eli Manning or even Ben Roethlisberger because they were all drafted in the same year, and he has a lot of this disdain towards Philip Rivers. So seeing him fail is actually bringing him quite good happiness. So, yeah, but again, Jags to me are just probably the most impressive team this year, and they get another win versus the Colts, and I think they're playing for the number 1 seed next week.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting because you got New England, Jacksonville, and Denver all playing for the number 1 seed. And like we both even said, neither one of us expected Jacksonville, to turn around from what were they last season? 3-15
They fucking weren't good, that's for sure.
to 12-14 right now. Nobody even saw that coming. Talking about a huge turnaround. Other than the Chicago Bears was kind of middle of the pack, but yeah, other than the Bears, that's a huge turnaround. Yeah, they'll be playing for number 1 seed as well as the AFC South Division title. So yeah, and they're doing this without Travis Hunter because he
I
got
know.
injured.
Mm-hmm.
So neither one of us really had faith in Trevor Lawrence. I think we had more faith in Trevor Lawrence than we did Jordan Love, but yeah, Trevor Lawrence actually showed me something this season, and I gotta say he impressed me this season.
He definitely impressed me. I never had really have any faith in Trevor Lawrence. I didn't think he was really showing anything in his first few seasons. But again, sometimes all a QB needs is just the right head coach, and I think that they really found one there in Jacksonville and Liam Cohen. The AFC South is crazy. I'm looking at this. Jacksonville's won 7 straight, and Houston has won 8 straight games. That is impressive to do in the NFL when they're in the same division, the AFC South. So yeah,
Not to cut you off, but what's really wild? How the Colts was halfway through the season
they were 8-2.
one of the most dominant teams in the league, and I mean, I will say it fell apart the minute Daniel Jones got hurt. Can't believe I'm saying those words, but I mean, if you think about it, if he never gotten hurt, I mean that could be a three-team race for the division.
Hmm.
When was the last time we seen a three-team race for a division?
It wasn't that entertaining, like with a high. I mean, we've seen it, but probably with the lower, like with the probably the NFC South because of fucking how terrible
Oh,
that
yeah,
fucking the division is with the fucking 8 and 9 records. But to have like 12-win teams, 11-win teams fighting for that spot, very very rare. Yeah, Colts have lost 6 straight. They're now going to start Riley Leonard this last week. Um, so yeah, Colts were 8-2, and they have just fallen apart. And yeah, again, it's a big part because of Daniel Jones's injury. And, he just started playing bad as soon as he hurt his fibula in his leg, in his other leg, and then he eventually tore his Achilles in his other leg because he was putting too much weight on it. So yeah, I mean, this is Steelers are gonna look fucking pathetic compared to all these other fucking playoff teams. Even if we do make it, looking at it, fucking Denver, New England, Jacksonville, us, Houston, Chargers, Buffalo. That is the fields right now.
yeah, it's a crazy field.
Hmm. All right, and speaking of the Steelers, this was a pathetic excuse of a football game. 6-13. Rodgers 21 for 39, 168. Jalen Warren had 64 rushing yards. Pat Freiermuth was their leading receiver with 63 receiving yards. Shedeur Sanders 186 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. He had 4 carries for 20 yards. Jerry Jeudy 5 receptions for 54 yards. Harold Fannin Jr. 2 receptions for 30 yards and a touchdown. I knew I knew as soon as the Ravens beat the Packers, we were losing to the Browns. I just knew it.
Well, it didn't help that your star receiver got suspended.
Yeah, star receiver got suspended because he punched a fan. We were without Calvin Austin, and then Darnell Washington broke his arm, so we were down 3 players or 3 targets for Aaron Rodgers, and it didn't help that it. As much as Tomlin said that it wasn't the offensive game plan, it looked like the offensive game plan was just to not let Myles Garrett sack Aaron Rodgers.
Well, yeah, you could tell that
That's
was the offensive game plan.
that was the opposite game plan. It was like we're not going to let him get the sack record against us. Um, I'm just disappointed because this team is on such a high, and to not even get a touchdown. I understand that this Browns defense is good, but it's like our offense just looked terrible, terrible to watch. I mean, I turned the bitch off and I went to bed. Fucking midway through the second quarter. It was just not a good watch. I think our defense was still without T.J. Watt. Huge recover from the collapsed lung. So, uh, Steelers, here we go. I mean, it all comes down to week 18 against Ravens. Step it up, Rodgers. If you want one more chance, one more shot to win another Super Bowl, here's your shot. Here's your chance.
Well, we really can't put it all on Rodgers. I
Oh,
mean,
I know.
the players got to be smarter. You can't. I mean, especially in today's NFL, you cannot go around punching fans in the face.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna punch them good.
There's too. First of all, there's too many cameras around. and you got too many people with camera phones. So how did he think he was going to get away with it?
I don't know. I've been stewing on this for a while. Obviously, DK came out. I mean, he hasn't even spoke publicly about this. He only got, I guess, Ocho Cinco and James Harrison and a bunch of other guys got in contact with him, said that, oh, he called me the N word and he called my mom a C-U-N-T. I'm not going to say that due to, we have a sponsor. I don't want to say anything too crazy. And Ryan Kennedy, the fan that got punched, has come out, said that, no, I did not. But Ryan Kennedy is the same fan that DK Metcalf reported to Lion security last year when he was on the Seahawks and they were playing the Lions. So Ryan Kennedy obviously has a vendetta against DK Metcalf, trying to get him riled up. Apparently called him by his full name, Kalen something Metcalf, but he just calls himself DK. Obviously, if you're just called by your full government name, that's not a reason to go punch a fan.
No, it's
Um,
not.
there shouldn't really be a lot of reasons to go punch a fan. I was in the mindset of, if you talked about your mom, I don't know. But at a certain point, you do have to do the right thing. You have team security, you have the Lions security that's there also. They're like, listen, just can you just get him out of here? Can you, because he's really pissing me off. It's
I
just,
mean, well,
there was obviously other ways to go about it. Don't get suspended. And now, if we lose this game, I mean, a lot of fingers will be pointed at DK Metcalf. I like DK Metcalf. I like him being a part of our Steelers team. But he's really just got to be smarter. And he obviously wasn't even thinking in that moment.
um, this is the one issue I have with fans, especially privileged fans, where they feel, yes, you paid good money. I mean, you paid excellent money for those seats. I get that. But just because you pay that type of money, that doesn't give you the license to be an asshole. And I know people are going to say, well, it's freedom of speech. Okay, yeah, you're right. It is freedom of speech. But at the same time, you know, this is the result you get. Now, you're right. DK should have handled that better. He should have called for security to come down and just have the guy removed instead of taking matters into his own hands. Because this is, I mean, like you said, if you guys lose this weekend, a lot of fingers will be pointing at him. Because if he wouldn't have gotten suspended, I'm pretty sure you guys would have beaten the Browns and you guys would have locked up your division. So yeah, I mean, he, I like DK Metcalf. He's an amazing receiver. He just got to get his temper under control and actually be a leader on that team. That way, that because I mean, truthfully, I mean, if you guys can fix the defense and get younger like you was doing before, and get a quarterback that won't be in a wheelchair next year, that team could be very dangerous because they have a lot of great pieces on offense and defense. They just got to get younger.
Yeah, we've shown flashes of it. We've shown a few games here and there that we can be the offense that I know that we can be, and then be this high-powered, flying around, stopping everybody defense that I know that we have. But it's just not consistent. And again, with DK, I love as a player. I hear nothing but good things about him on and off the field. He's just a great guy. You know, he just wants to go out and compete and play football. I wasn't even. To me, it wouldn't matter if he was just if this was a serious guy or not. I didn't like the punishment that was handed down. I would have given him just one game. I don't know about two. I mean, two maybe just to prove a point, but like one game, I mean, you got Jamar Chase, he spit on Jalen Ramsey. That's only a game.
Jalen
I
Carter.
mean, yeah, Jalen Carter, that was only a game. So I don't know. I mean, maybe because it was a fan, it was two games, but uh,
And
I don't really like the.
I think that's what it was. It was because it was a fan. They wanted to set an example.
I mean, I was too happy about it, but I guess league does what they want. Um, yeah, I mean, a lot of fingers will be pointing at him, but I mean, fans are going to be pointing it right at Mike Tomlin, Aaron Rodgers, DK Metcalf. That's going to be the main three that people are going to point at as to why, if we do lose, of why we lost. Again, I just give warning to people who want to get rid of Mike Tomlin. Have fun, because we still have the same owner in Rooney, who may be reluctant to change other things. So I mean, I don't know if they're really ready to really think about that of getting a new head coach and what that's going to mean and how tough that could be. I mean, as we've seen from a bunch of other teams, Tony, I don't even got to tell you, it's tough to find a good head coach in this league, and we've struck luck with Mike Tomlin, and people just want to get rid of him. So I mean, we'll see. We will see this upcoming Sunday night. Uh, what the Steelers got left in the tank.
Like I said before, I'll take Mike Tomlin.
Oh, I know you will. I know you'll take Mike Tomlin.
We'll trade you Russell Wilson and a second round pick for him.
I'll take the second round pick and a bag of cookies. There you go. I don't even want Russell Wilson. All right. But yeah, Eagles and Bills. This is the absolute just defensive game, pretty much. Hurts only had 110 passing yards and a touchdown. Second one only had 68 rushing yards. Josh Allen had a chance to win the game. Hit Khalil Shakir in the back of the end zone, and he missed him. And he missed him. I mean, they were down 13-0 with I think like about 5 minutes left in the game. So I mean, kudos to them for fighting back. But oh my goodness. Again, this my thing with the Bills and Josh Allen. Josh, this is your best chance to go win the Super Bowl. I know that was talked about the
Yep.
Texans and the Patriots and the Broncos, but every year they get in the playoffs, they can beat anybody they want to, and then they just run into Patrick Mahomes. Well, there's no Patrick Mahomes. There may not be no Lamar Jackson. There's Drake May, Bo Nix, C.J. Stroud, and potentially Aaron Rodgers in your path. And Trevor Lawrence, sorry. You have the most playoff experience. This is your time to go. Time to shine.
Yeah, I mean, outside of Rodgers, yeah, he does have the most playoff experience.
hmm So, come on. Eagles, offense still struggling. Just like I said, every week. I don't think this offense is very good. They gotta. I don't know what they're doing with it. Kevin Patullo, he needs to figure shit out. Fucking head coach. I'm blanking on his name right now for
Stefanski,
whatever reason. What?
Kevin Stefanski.
That's his name? Fucking, I can't remember his name.
I believe so.
Yeah. Man, I am blanking on his name. Fucking sorry.
No, I do it a lot of times too.
Oh, it's fucking Nick Sirianni. There
And
you go.
so, where the hell I get Kevin
Jesus,
Stefanski from?
that's the Brown. No, I don't know who the fuck. Who's Kevin Stefanski? Man, we are fuck. Where I'm gonna go with fucking New
Oh, that
Year's
is
Eve.
the
Are we
Browns
drinking
head
yet?
coach.
It is Kevin Stefanski.
What the fuck?
Whatever. All right. Fucking Nick Sirianni. I was like, he's an idiot. Like I've heard his name so many times on fucking ESPN and Get Up and everything. I know his name, but I just couldn't think of it. He at least stepped up and he's like, "Listen, the offensive play calling wasn't good. I should have taken over. I should have stepped up. Hey, you're fucking taking accountability. Good job." But I mean, this Eagles defense is really good. They're really forming into their own now. People are saying that their defense can carry them to the title. I don't know about that. I really don't. In the top of the NFC, I don't think they're stopping a few of those teams. But I mean, I never know. But their offenses really leave me a lot to question. So, again, I still have no faith in the Eagles and the Bills. Again, Josh, this is your chance. It's your chance. You can't be losing these games. So that's what I got on this game.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Bills. Why they wait to the fourth quarter to all of a sudden want to play football? I don't know if they're disinterested in the first three quarters and coasting through, but coming to the playoffs, you cannot be doing that. That's going to send you home faster than anything else. And like you said, there's no Patrick Mahomes, there's no Lamar Jackson in your way. You're facing guys players like Bo Nix, limited playoffs experience. Justin Hubert, limited playoff experience. C.J. Stroud, limited playoff experience. Trevor Lawrence, limited playoff experience. Drake Maye, limited playoff experience. Outside of Aaron Rodgers, there's nobody else. And this is Aaron Rodgers' first playoff if they make it with the Steelers. So he doesn't have that camaraderie that he had when he was with the Packers, where he get those lucky Hail Marys. So Josh Allen, this is yours for the taking. And they're just I don't know what's going on with them in Buffalo.
I don't know, like they could be 12-4 fighting for the number one spot in the AFC and they lose. I don't know if you have any thoughts on the Eagles. I mean, again, their offense is just
The Eagles
not
are just the
great at
Eagles.
all.
I don't know how the hell the Eagles are 11-5.
I don't know, but I mean, again, people say that the offense can just carry them, or sorry, their defense can carry them. But I mean, we talk about the best teams in the NFC. Seattle, I don't know if they can stop their offense. Chicago, but I mean, they already played. Uh, San Francisco, I don't think that they're stopping San Francisco's offense.
They can't stop the
Uh,
Rams.
yeah, and the Rams offense they didn't stop. So I don't know if people really realize that they're not gonna. I don't think it's stop these high-powered NFC teams' offense. I mean, they've played in the past 3 weeks the fucking Raiders, Commanders, and then the Bills. Yes, they shot the Bills. Great. But the Bills stop themselves a lot of the times and they beat themselves.
This is true.
So we'll see. And speaking of the Bears and the NFC, what an entertaining game we had on Sunday night. Bears and Niners, 38-42 was the final score. A lot of points in this game, 80 combined points in this game. That was very, very incredible. Caleb Williams should be most improved player. I mean, I don't know if they have that in the NFL. Finally have it in the
I think they do.
NBA. But he went 25 for 42, 330 yards and 2 touchdowns. DeAndre Swift had 2 rushing touchdowns. Luther Burr and their rookie wide receivers really stepped up in a big way. They were without, I think, DJ Moore and Rome Odunze. He had 8 receptions for 138 yards and a touchdown. Their rookie tight end, Colston Loveland, he had 6 receptions for 49 or for 94 yards. The opening play of the game, linebacker TJ Edwards, he had an interception return for a touchdown. That was the opening play of the game, by the way. Opening play. Brock Purdy threw a fucking interception. But then Brock Purdy then came back and said, hold on, wait a minute. I got this. Don't worry about it, guys. He went 24 for 33, 303 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 reception. He also had 2 rushing touchdowns, so he had 5 total touchdowns. CMC, just doing CMC sort of things, 23 carries for 140 yards and touchdown. He also had 41 receiving yards. Ricky Pearsall had 85 receiving yards. Jake Tonjes, 7 receptions for 60 yards and touchdown. Be back up to George Kittle because George Kittle was out this game. And Jawan Jennings went 2 receptions for 42 yards and touchdown. I don't know if anybody gets more out of their team than Kyle Shanahan. I really don't.
Yeah, I gotta agree.
Brock Purdy was out. They were starting Mac motherfucking Jones, who me and you laughed off the face of the earth, if people
Yes,
will
we
remember
did.
that. Oh my goodness, we shit on this man more than we shit in the toilet. Oh my goodness. Every week we would come on here and be like, oh my god, he's terrible, he's terrible, he's terrible. And this motherfucker Kyle Shanahan made him look so good.
I think we shitted on Matt Jones more than we did Daniel Jones.
Yeah, like this, it was between Mac Jones, Daniel Jones, and Zach Wilson. Those were the 3 that we shit on the most all the time. And he made Mac Jones look absolutely incredible. You know, he was without a bunch of key players on defense. He was without George Kittle and Brock Purdy at one point.
And CMC was down for a bit too, if I'm not mistaken.
I
He
think
missed a
CMC's
couple
the
of
only one
minutes.
that's been healthy. I think the only one. I think he's been like almost the only one that's been healthy the entire time. But Kyle Shanahan's gotten the most out of every single player that's been out there.
Yeah, and they're doing this without Joey Bosa.
Yeah, fucking Bosa's out. Fred Warner's out on their defense. Like he's getting so much out of his team. He's another one that should be up there for the coach of the year, but I think there's going to be other people that are going to get more recognition. You know, like Mike Vrabel, uh, D'Amico Ryan, Liam Cohen, like I said, Sean McVay. But Kyle Shanahan, man, I mean, he's again. If you make Mac Jones look like an amazing quarterback, you deserve Coach of the Year. And then on the Bears side, you know, another probably Coach of the Year candidate, and Ben Johnson. A lot of people wrote off Caleb Williams, man. A lot of people said, you know what, screw it, he's a bust. 1 year in, he's a bust. I tell people, I'm like, listen, just let him get a good head coach. Let him get a good offensive head coach. And I've been saying all year, you know, Bears, watch out. I don't care what people think. Oh, like look who they're beating. Caleb Williams looks better. That's what matters.
And remember, I had the Bears as my sleeper team.
hmm I think I did too, because you know what? I saw Ben Johnson, what he was able to do with the Lions offense. I was like, if he could just start from scratch with Caleb, and which is what he did, everything will be all right.
I mean, at first it looked a
Sure
little
enough.
shaky. I mean, we wasn't too
hmm
sure, but as the season grew on, you could see that he was actually getting it.
Yeah, I mean, he started 0-2, but like the belief in the attitude in the locker room was so different. they believed they could win. Whereas last year they're like, all right, we lost. There was no belief that they could win.
It,
Whereas
it's
this year
almost
is
it's
just
almost
different.
like what you said with the Cowboys and their head coach, where you saw the difference where they would get down and that would be it. Like you said, this Cowboy team, you said you seen them get down and they still fought and tried and come back to win. And it's the same thing we've seen with the Bears.
Yeah, like they just don't stop. They don't quit. Wow, did you just talk good about the Cowboys? You must
Shut
really
up.
be sick, Tony, huh? How about that? But no, I get what you're saying. Like I did talk about that with Schottenheimer. He put a belief in the Cowboys that like even though you're down, you could still come back and fight. Um, Same thing with the Bears. Just because you're down, a game is never over. We've seen that time and time again in the NFL. The game is never over. Um, Again, just a thrilling game. I like having the entertaining games on the Sunday night slate. Uh, Again, there's two powerhouse NFC teams having a go at each other that could be a possible playoff matchup. And for the final game, sorry, I don't have anything on that game.
Oh, I'm good too.
Okay. Rams and Falcons. Shockingly, the Rams lose to the Falcons 24-27. Matthew Stafford started. He had one game that had that he doesn't look like an MVP, so people don't shit on him. 22 for 38, 269, two touchdowns, three interceptions. Kyle Williamson 92 rushing yards. Xavier Smith 4 receptions for 67 yards. Terrence Ferguson had a receiving touchdown. Puka Nakua also had a receiving touchdown. Um, and linebacker Jared Verse had a 76-yard blocked field goal touchdown. That's how you know a game is crazy if they're getting a blocked field goal touchdown. Um, People aren't ready to hear this, but I think the Falcons' offense looks better with Kirk Cousins. I don't think Mike Penix is that good.
Um,
I think they just got nervous because they paid Kirk Cousins. He didn't look that great last year. They put Michael Penix in, and this team wasn't looking that good, but they've racked off, I think, a few straight. Um, Well, Bijan Robinson's been a huge part of it. I mean, he had 195 rushing yards, and he tacked on 34 receiving yards. He had two total touchdowns.
I
Uh,
I think the only differences with this Falcons team compared to especially last year's is that they're actually using their players. Because what was the one thing we kept saying last year?
Kyle Pitts.
Yep.
I gotta see Kyle Pitts' stats compared because I know that he had a big game with Kirk Cousins, but I don't know if he really had any big games with Michael Penix this year.
Well,
Let's see.
I think he did have one.
It's been like up and down. All right, he had 59, 37 yards, 39 yards, 70 yards, 18, 62, 59, 38, 38, 14, 25, 82. I don't remember when frickin' Cousins started, like when they had to make the switch. I'll just let me get a look. He had to start
I want to say
week.
2 weeks ago,
No,
maybe
no, it's been way
three.
longer than that. He started week 11. I think he went in against the Panthers because that's when Michael Penix had injured. All right, so he's been playing since week 12. which was against the Saints, Jets, Seahawks, Tampa Bay, Arizona, and now the Rams. So, I'm just very shocked with the outcome of this game. I did not expect it to be like this. Matthew Stafford making uncharacteristically bad interceptions doesn't obviously help the cause.
No.
Um, but yeah, Rams really, they had a chance to be fighting for the NFC.
Number one seed. And they dropped it. They dropped the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So now, if you really think about it, it's between Seattle and San Fran for the number one seed.
Which is crazy. Seattle and San Fran, which I think they fucking put that game on Saturday.
Yes, they did.
And people are mad about that. I know I've seen that they're mad about that they put that game on Saturday and they have the Steelers and Ravens game on the Sunday Night Football slate. So to end the season, it's Steelers Ravens.
Yeah, I think the Steelers Ravens should have been on Saturday, and the Seahawks 49ers should have been on Sunday.
That's what a lot of people were saying. And I think I agree with them because that's a bit of a shit game.
I mean, granted, you guys will be playing for the division title, but I mean, that's nothing like playing for the number one seed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in the whole NFC. All right. I don't have anything on the game or anything not, but
Oh, we're
we can
good.
move on to the pick'ems for last week. Um, Me and Frank forgot to do our picks for the opening Christmas games, so you got an early advantage.
Don't worry, it didn't end up very well. 2 games over 500.
Yeah, we all went with the Seahawks and the Jags. We got those right. You picked the Lions. You got it wrong. We didn't pick anything because we forgot. We all picked the Patriots, Bengals, Bucks. We got those right and wrong, respectively. Bucks are just on a downward spiral right now, but they are still somehow playing for the number one seed in the NFC South. Me and you picked the Bears. We got that wrong. Frank picked the Niners. Frank picked the Eagles. Me and you picked the Bills. We got that wrong. You picked the Ravens. Me and Frank picked the Packers. You picked the Steelers. We all picked the Steelers. Um,
No, we
you
went
picked the
against the
Titans.
Steelers.
Yeah,
No, we did.
I
No, sorry, we did pick the Steelers.
I should have known to go against them. Um, Me and Frank picked the Saints. You picked the Titans. You got the Broncos. Me and him didn't pick anything. Look at that! I picked the Giants, and they got it right. I don't know how.
We're not
Raiders are
supposed to
atrocious.
lose.
Yeah, yes, we're supposed that's why I picked them because I'm like, you know what, you guys are gonna fuck up your number one pick odds, so that's why I picked you guys. Uh, Picked the Rams. You picked the Cowboys. You picked the Texans. So not a bad week for
We're
you.
finished 9-7.
hmm And now the final week of pick'ems. Oh, I like pick'ems. I like doing the pick'ems. But you know, Week 18 came really quick.
Yes, it did.
It happens every year. The NFL season ends rather fast. And opening it up, we got on Saturday at 4:30, Panthers and Bucks. Without my guy Baker Mayfield has been playing, I'm sorry, Baker, but I'm going with the Panthers. I think the
So am
Panthers make
I.
I'm going with the Panthers to make the playoffs. Baker just has not looked like himself this year, or in these past like about 8 games. He has not looked great.
Now, this heavyweight fight, Seahawks and 49ers. Whew.
I trust the Seahawks defense, so I'm gonna go with the Seahawks. I don't know about this one, but
I mean, it's in San Fran.
yeah, like the Seahawks just gave up a lot of points to the Rams, but they came back and won. The Niners defense isn't as good as the Rams, so it's like
Yeah, I'm going with Seattle.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm going with the Seahawks. It's gonna be a close game though. It's not gonna get like that. That was a tough choice. Saints and Falcons. I'm going with the Saints at home or with the Saints on the road. They're just playing really well football right now. They're just playing amazing football at the moment.
I'm going with the Falcons.
Browns and Bengals. I think Miles Garrett gets the sack record because the Bengals offensive line cannot block at all.
But the
But I'll
Bengals
go
will
with
get
the
the
Bengals
win.
anyway. What?
I said, but the Bengals will get the win.
Yeah, the Bengals will win, but the Browns or Miles Garrett he'll get the sack record. Packers and Vikings. I'm gonna go with the Packers. Even without Jordan Love, again, I think Willis looks good anyway. I don't know if Love is going to play. That's still up in the air right now. But just based off of that, Willis is obviously much better than Max Prosper, so I'm just gonna go with that.
I don't know. The Vikings have been looking to play spoilers, so I'm going with the Vikings.
All right. Cowboys Giants. You better hope that your Giants lose. I'm going with the Cowboys.
We already know who I'm picking.
Man, you're going with your Giants, even though they should lose to
They
get a
better.
higher pick. They're gonna fuck it up. Titans and Jags. I'm going with the Jags.
Jags,
Colts and Texans. Going with the
Texans.
Texans. Jets, Bills, Bills.
Yeah, let's hope the real Bill shows up.
Hmm. Yeah, they don't play down to the competition. Lions and Bears. I'm going
I'm
with the
going with the Bears.
with the Bears. Bears at home. Chargers and Broncos.
Well,
That's a heavyweight fight, but I'm going with the Broncos.
they already said the Chargers already said they're not starting Justin Hubert because the
Because you're
Broncos already sold up the division, so they're basically going to sit Hubert.
Yeah, I mean, there's no point in him getting almost injured, so makes sense. I want the Broncos
I
for
went
this.
with the Broncos too.
Chiefs and Raiders, even with their third string quarterback, I think that the Chiefs win.
Yeah,
The Raiders is that god awful. Um, Cardinals and Rams, going Rams.
Rams,
Dolphins, Patriots, going
Patriots.
Patriots. Commanders, Eagles, going with the Eagles, unfortunately.
Eagles, yeah.
And the Ravens and the Steelers. I'm gonna stick to the Steelers. Even though I'm not very confident in this game, I'll pull a U, and no matter who they're playing, they could have been playing the fucking Patriots for all I care. I would have picked the Steelers in the final game of the season
I want the Steelers.
at home against the Ravens. Could be possibly Aaron Rodgers' final game of his career. I'm going with the Steelers. Um,
I don't expect it to be a
and
high scoring game.
no, I don't either. But hopefully Derrick Henry doesn't run all over us like he did to the Packers, because our run defense is very hit or miss right now.
I'm going with like 25 points.
Um, oh, it's total points for Saints versus Falcons game.
Oh, they switched it.
I'm yeah, I'm going with 46 for that one.
I'm going 40. All right.
Yeah, that's it. That's a wrap on the drop zone for 2025.
The last episode of 2025.
It was a good year.
Yeah,
A
even though
lot
we
of
pretty much started like halfway through the year, we came back
mhm.
on the air. But yeah, it's been pretty good.
Yeah, a lot more progress and improvements. We got the store, we got the page, we got a sponsor, and we're just going to keep getting bigger and better in 2026. Um, we're going to keep trying to bring some innovative ideas. Hopefully, now that our jobs will slow down a little bit, we hope.
Yes.
Uh,
Well, I know mine's is because January's is. I mean, they lowered our monthly goals for what we have to sell. So what does that tell you?
that should slow down. If people don't know, me and Tony both work in retail. Uh, so this holiday season is just hectic for us right now. Nonstop working. Me and him barely talk throughout the entire week because we're either at work or sleeping, or just trying to rest, or he's sick and everything. So that's why we really haven't been doing too much of other stuff other than the podcast. But we will get back on doing other shit. I mean, I know I will definitely try to. I know Tony's a crazy workaholic, so he'll definitely try to as well. Um, but I mean, I just want to say thank you for everybody who's supported us all year, come in, tuned in. Um, uh, Shout out to Jason, um, for sure on the JW Sports Network. He came on a few times with us, helped us out. You were out, and he came on and filled in for you. So that was very nice of him. I know he's going through a lot right now with the family passing. So, and this time of year is tough. I just wanted to shout him out and tell him that we appreciate everything that he did this year for us. Um,
Yeah, we're looking
I hope
for
everything.
more bigger, be better next year.
Yeah, I don't know if you have any words. Anybody that is watching, just stay safe. Out there, on New Year's Eve, don't drink too much. Don't drink and drive. If you do go out and drink, have a plan and a designated driver. Don't get in trouble. Don't get in a car crash that'll affect your life and anybody else's. So just stay safe out there. Um, and again, thank you for all of the love and support that we've gotten in 2025, and we'll be back and better than ever in 2026.
Yeah, just the same for what he just said. If you definitely go out drinking, please have a designated driver. Use Uber, use Lyft. Just don't drive yourself. It's not worth it. It's not worth starting a new year with, putting your life or somebody else's life in danger because you're too stubborn to, have somebody drive you home or, like I said, get a Lyft or Uber. 2026, we're looking up for better stuff, bigger year. Um, yeah, we just, like I said, we're gonna I'm gonna restart the shop up. Well, the shop's been going, but we start creating new stuff, new merchandise. That things are slowing down, and then of course we also have our sponsor Doobie. You know, for all you gamers that like to stay up late gaming, that's the perfect product for you. And if you use our code Drop Zone, you will get 10% off. Anything else, bud?
No, I got nothing else.
Like I said again, have a safe New Year's, everybody.